Hello and good morning. You join me on the boat with Alex Funke, one of American Tackle's sales guys over at head office. I'm in Florida and today we bring you the next in focus. It is going to be largemouth bass. I can't wait. Every time I come over, I love doing this with Alex.
Yep.
He's pretty much a bass pro, so he knows what he's doing. We're going to get on the water and we're going to try some new products. We're going to be looking at the blanks, the line, we're going to be looking at the baits we're going to be using and showing you just how we catch these fish this time of year. Let's go. Alex, this place is big. What is this place?
So this is the world famous Headwaters, Stick Marsh, Farm 13 area out here in Fellsmere, Florida. You know, this place used to be a giant orange grove that they flooded, and the state manages it, you know, stocks it.
So what is largemouth we're fishing after? But
yep.
Well, is there any other species in
yeah,
it?
bluegill, brim, crappie, catfish, tilapia even. You know, so definitely got the bait, the forage for some really big bass.
Nice, nice. Well, hopefully we're going to get bit and put a few on the boat. This lake's like, I can't see any lilies, I can't see anything on the surface. Normally when I come over, all I'm seeing is weed and lilies and barely any open water. Now all I see is open water, so what are we doing?
So because this place was a flooded orange grove, there's a ton of brush down here on the south side of the lake. So we're gonna start by fishing some brush.
So old trees and bushes.
Yep, there's a little bit of shell out there, so we'll start with that. And we'll let the wind kind of push us up, and there's typically a lot of hydrilla and eelgrass up in here. We'll go and start throwing some baits through, some moving baits, and
okay,
hopefully catch some that way.
So we're going to be fishing things like this, like what's it, big chatterbait?
Yep. So,
okay, so just to keep pushing some water moving around. Yep. But if there's so much snags, I'm probably going to lose a lot of this today.
I hope not. Otherwise, you're going to be swimming with the gators. Go get them.
So we're starting off with these lipless cranks now.
Yep.
Just searching water, or?
Yeah, so there's a pretty big brush pile out here with some shell around it, so we'll probably knock off the brush and have a few eat it.
So you just fan the cast out and just...
Yeah, you can see it up here on the 360. There's just a ton of brush all around us. Okay. So we'll just kind of fan cast, got the power poles down, and hopefully catch a few.
So Alex, every time I come over here, we end up fishing together, and you know I love this largemouth fishing.
Yep.
Just because it's kind of similar to what I do at home, but yeah, and they're really cool. But I mean, what got you into fishing? I mean, how long have you fished for largemouth?
Oh man, I mean, I can remember fishing with my grandfather when I was 4 or 5 years old, whether it was crappie fishing, flounder fishing, you know, which really just got me hooked. But bass fishing, just, I don't know if it's the casting, the constant trying to figure them out, but it just gets me going.
There's a lot of techniques to think about. You can catch them in so many different ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a puzzle I always like to put together, and you know, I just really enjoy it. So.
There's a fish.
Look at that. See?
That's a small one. Oh!
Oh, look at that.
Quick release. Hang on.
We're on them.
This is what Alex promised us, these massive largemouth bass. No jokes aside. Nice to get a bite, small one. This is kind of a bait fish for the size of the bass that live in here, but you see the size of his mouth? He's still got that bait in there. Let's put him back and try and catch a better one.
So these fish will use the shell bar, because the bluegill will come in and eat the mussels and the clams and stuff and shell crackers. There's fish. Yep.
Yes.
And then the bass come there, eat the bait and the shell crackers. See how it's really hard right there?
Yeah. Shell crackers.
Yep. It's like a type of bream.
Bream?
Yeah, bream. But they crack the shells.
Okay.
And eat the mussel.
Okay.
Hence the term shell cracker.
Shell cracker. I mean, I'd imagine it had to be something like that being America. You know, red fish, blue fish, green fish, red fish, largemouth bass, smallmouth bass.
Just got to Americanize it all.
Yeah. It's easier, I'll give you that. I mean, we have everything's Latin names or based from some kind of Latin name. Fish. Another baby.
We're just on them.
Oh,
Ah, you had a double and you didn't even say anything.
that was 4. Well, we've been fishing less than half an hour. We've had 4 fish so far. So this component now is not going to catch you more fish on the bank, but it definitely will catch more eyes. It's a very small component that people might miss. It's that little nameplate. If you're a builder who loves the Bushido range of blanks, when you're going to build your next blank, you can pimp it up by putting a Bushido nameplate. We do have them available in silver and black and silver. Really low-key little product to whip onto the blank to show people what you're using and make it look super stylish. As you can agree, matched here with the G2 carbon grips, it goes hand in hand and everyone knows you're using a premium Bushido blank for your rods. Alex, it's like a tackle shop in here.
So,
Okay, what am I looking for now then? I'm going to try a square bill.
bills.
Chatterbaits, he's got everything labelled here. Speedworm, crawls, jerkbaits, beavers. You have beavers in your boat.
I have beavers.
Square bills. There we go. Yeah, that'll work, right? Should I take the blue silver instead?
I don't think it matters.
So that lipless crank I was fishing there, there's a lot of brush around, and in the end I lost it on one of the trees, and luckily Funky didn't make me swim in to get it. But on this opportunity, I'm going to try something a bit different. This is actually one of the American Tackle square bills. Really nice bait. Great idea now, because what we can do is these baits, they dig down like this and they're going to bounce against those sticks, against the brush. You can pop them back up and continue fishing. So you can get it down against all the shell bars, against the brush, and fingers crossed it's going to initiate a bite. I chose this nice sort of like pearly, flashy, silver blue one here. Very sunny day in this dark, murky water. Hopefully this can get me right. It's gonna reel very slowly. Oh, you're joking! I hooked up.
Are you?
Yeah.
The fish?
Yeah.
Well, at least it'll be all tight in there.
It's either weed or fish. It's not rattling. No, it is a fish. Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That far.
Or is it? No.
Long distance square bill fishing with Alex Funke. Well, there you go.
We're just on the giants today.
First cast on the square bill. Again, only a small one, but at least they're biting.
Yeah.
During today's fishing, we've been using the new generation of Bushido blanks from American Tackle, the MBS series. MBS stands for Moving Bait System, which indicates baits that are going to be used on a constant retrieve, such as crankbaits, chatterbaits, lipless cranks, and other baits. Now, for this sort of bait, you need a very special blank, and these blanks have been developed with a graphite composite blend. We've used a carbon fiber, but spliced into a glass fiber tip, and they have a moderate power and a fast action. Now, why is this very crucial when you're doing these MBS baits? When you're retrieving and you say a crankbait, if you're going to be bumping into brush cover, etc., you don't want a very stiff rod that's going to lock that bait and snag up directly. With a slight softer tip, you get that split second where the bait can bounce against the twig or the branch and it will pop up and you can continue fishing. But most importantly, that extra give in the tip gives the fish that split second to suck in the bait and bite it without feeling an instant reaction from the carbon blank, and it will hold on for longer, and meaning you can get that extra strike time. Optimal when you're doing those kind of baits fishing. In the range, we have 3 different options currently. We have a 6'8", 8 to 16, a 7'4", 10 to 20, and a big deep cranker 7'10", 8 to 17. So basically a blank in the range to suit everyone's needs for a MBS option. If you're in the market for a new crankbait rod, do check out the MBS range, the new optimal moving bait system blank from American Tackle. Oh, I thought it was a fish. It's more brush.
You're pretty well hung.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that going in?
Yeah. It's going in.
It's like I'm caught on line. Oh, there it is. The root.
Oh yeah.
The root of all problems.
Fish? Yep. Nice. You're getting that square bill, huh?
Yep. Caught them on the square bill. The MBS rod allows that soft tip when they don't want to eat it really well. Gives them an extra second to actually eat it, get it in their mouth, and get to catch one.
Oh, fish. Nice, Funky. I think I better put a square bill on, man.
Probably. When they're eating it on the outside like that, they really don't want to eat.
They're slapping at it.
Yeah, they're not really trying to get it.
Go on.
There you go.
It's a
Double
better
up.
fish.
There we go. Look, doubles.
Oh, really nice bite on that one. That's a little bit better. Get him into the boat. He nailed that chatterbait.
See, look how he ate that one.
Yeah, there's a big difference. They're such strong fighting fish. It's unbelievable. I mean, they're not massive, but they really put up a good fight. And look at the size of their mouth. You can see where they get the name from. And actually, people don't realize, but these guys, they're pretty rough inside here. So when they grab their bait, it ain't coming back out. This one inhaled this chatterbait. You see the size of it. And this is like imitating like a bluegill or something, and it's making a lot of noise and moving around. And yeah, on those lovely MBS rods, super great fun. If you've got a keen eye, you might have noticed what reel seat are on the rods I've been fishing today, and that is the fantastic new G2 P-seat. This model here is the CCT, the compressed carbon technology, and the P-seat is a little bit special from the others in the range. It has got no cutout on the bottom, which gives it a slightly larger radius. Some people prefer that. It's a very comfortable seat. Not only that, you can see the trigger being very shallow in design, but also almost 90 degrees to the blank means that you can use it in a palming style, a trigger style, and I've actually been trying it in different locations. Everyone likes to hold the rod a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Absolutely optimal for those guys who aren't really sure what they want. The P-seat is super comfortable, very ergonomic, and it looks amazing.
Watch this, watch this, watch this.
Oh, nice. Get him? You get it?
Yeah. Oh, that's a gar.
Oh, that's cool, get it in. We like that. We like other species. That's a cool fish. Oh, wow. I've never seen one.
I ain't holding that thing.
Why not?
Dude, you want to see
grab it.
you want to see the teeth on
Yeah,
him?
but you're not going to hold his mouth, are you?
I ain't touching him. Here, let me hold that and you hold the fish.
Well, Alex didn't want to hold this one. I understand why. It's a toothy critter. It's a garfish. I've never seen one before, but pretty cool. But he's angry and aggressive, so I'm going to put him back. Ugh. Ugh. Alex, we've been catching on loads of different baits today. Chatterbait,
Square bills,
square bills,
rattle traps.
yeah, I mean, but they're all moving baits.
Yep.
And there's the blanks we've been using. These are a little bit special. They're the new ones, aren't they?
Yep. MBS series, moving bait series.
And I mean, this is, you know, you'd call it a crankbait blank or not really? It's a little bit more different than a normal crankbait blank.
It's a more of a composite than it is just a regular S-class or an all graphite super moderate action blank.
So the tips here are a bit special. They've got a carbon butt, and then spliced in, you've got what, a good, I think, 40 centimeters of spliced in glass tip.
Yes.
And that gives you a really special action to the blank. But it's not just because it looks good or anything. There's actually a real purpose, isn't there?
Yeah. So mainly when you're moving a bait pretty quick, it gives you an opportunity to let the fish actually eat the bait before you set the hook.
So when the fish grabs it, you've got some time. They don't feel the blank loading up.
Yes,
They
correct.
can get time to grab it and turn, and then you can set the hook.
Exactly.
Which for bass fishing, as I know, is key.
Yes.
But also, you know, if you're doing any sort of like crankbait fishing, I've noticed sometimes that's really good. You know, if they feel too much resistance when they grab onto it, they'll spit it out directly. Even like in Europe for like zander and stuff, they troll with rods with softer tips.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, it makes total sense. And I guess when you're doing square bill fishing and stuff, it must be beneficial too.
Yeah, because that softer tip will allow the blank and allow the bait actually when you're knocking off a wood or even through some sparse grass, it'll give it some time to kind of feather it through instead of a graphite where it's all...
It's going to lock up quicker and put those trebles straight into the wood.
Yep.
Whereas the square bill will bounce and then go over it like what you want.
Yeah, feather it through. Exactly.
I mean, it took me a little while to get used to fishing them, you know, because I've been so used to sort of like full carbon blanks, but now I love them.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, rattle traps, crankbaits, square bills, chatterbaits obviously. I'm sure you can throw some spinnerbaits on them too.
Yeah.
Be good for it too. But super awesome, been working on them for a few years now, so.
The one thing that I really like about them is, you know, people would have that misconception that's going to be sort of a carbon butt that's really stiff in the back and then a really soft glass tip. But actually, you almost, if you didn't know it,
yeah,
you wouldn't think about it.
Yeah.
It's a really nice transition up from the carbon to the glass tip. They're not sort of really tippy. They've got a lot of power up there.
Oh, yeah.
But they are, like you said, they are more forgiving, and that's a great concept.
Yeah. Super excited to have them.
Let's catch some more fish on them, man.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, got one. Hooked up. It's a better fish. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. This is a good fish. Absolutely. Cool, this hit like a steam train. Cool. I think this is a better fish, lads. I hope so. It's definitely feeling heavier. Or has this got a load of weed on its head? Oh, it's a load of weed. Oh well, at least it's another one. Ah. I thought it was a giant, but that was where the weight was. The weed weighs more than the fish. But still, another cool largemouth bass. Another fish, Funk.
Yep.
That's it. Flip it in. Nice. Well, the light is now fading, Funky. We've been out here all day,
Yeah.
but it's been good.
It's been really good.
We caught a lot of fish.
A bunch.
No biggies, but it's been great. We caught them on pretty much everything we've chucked. Chatterbaits and
Rattle traps,
square bills.
top water.
I mean, it's been awesome. And these blanks have performed beyond my expectations. I've only ever fished them once before on the prototype stage, but you've done a really good job of developing these, mate, I must say. And I need to go home and build me every single model. Yeah, so thanks very much for taking us out.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, there you have it, guys. Another in focus on largemouth bass and moving bait systems. We've had a really fun day showing you exactly what you can do. The angler or the builder, you need to be checking these out if you'll be looking for your next bass build. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future productions. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to sneak in a few last casts.